you very much, sir, and thank you, Anand. And now I request Raj Kamal Jha, Chief Editor, The Indian Express, to come up on stage and propose the formal vote of thanks.
Hello. Thank you very much, Mr. Prime Minister, Shri Narendra Modi ji. Sort of, after your speech, we are all speechless. But I need to say a few things as vote of thanks. Your being here is a very strong message, we hope, that good journalism is defined. It should be defined. Good journalism should be defined by the work we celebrate this evening, done by reporters who report and by editors who edit. Not by the selfie journalists we see a lot of these days, thank you, who are always obsessed by what they think, by their face, by their views, who keep the camera turned towards them. The only thing that matters to them is their voice and their face. All the rest is backdrop or silly background noise. And in this selfie journalism, if you don't have the facts, it doesn't matter. You just put a flag in the frame and you hide behind it. Thank you very much, sir, for your speech, for your wonderful underlining of the importance of credibility. I think that's the most important thing that we can take away as journalists from your speech. It makes us, you also said a few wonderful things about journalists, which makes us a little nervous. You may not find it in Wikipedia, but Sri Ramnath Goenka, and it's a fact, and I can say that as the editor of the Indian Express, he did sack a journalist when he heard that the chief minister of a state told him that आपका reporter बहुत अच्छा काम कर रहा है. That's very, very important, especially in an age, and I turned 50 this year, so I can say that, when we have a generation of journalists who are growing up in an age of retweets and likes, and they do not know that criticism from a government is a badge of honor. So just as they do in smoking scenes in cinema, I think we should have a ticker tape running whenever we hear praise of a journalist, that criticism from a government is wonderful news for journalism. I think that's very, very important. Thank you, sir, for your speech. You made some wonderful points. I think the most important point was of credibility. And I think that is very, very important. We cannot blame the government for that. That is our job. We need to look within. And we will surely reflect on your remarks. Thank you to the winners of the Ramnath Goenka Journalism Awards. There are two remarkable facts about this year's awards, which I want to share with you. We got 562 applications. This is the highest ever we got in the last 11 years. From 128 news organizations. This is also the highest ever. And it is very important for me to underline this number, because this is a reply to those who say that good journalism is dying that journalists have been bought over by the government. It is not that good journalism is dying, not at all. It is getting better and it is getting bigger. It is that bad journalism makes a lot more noise than it used to do 5 years ago. And that is why I think the remote control should get the RNG award for excellence in journalism. And so that is why I would like to request you to lend a hand to all those who have won the awards this year. Thank you. In the end, thank you to all of you who have come here this evening. It's very important. There are people from the government. There are people from the opposition. We know who is who. But when they applauded journalism, it did not matter. You could not make out who is in the government, who is in the opposition. That is the way it should be. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Jha. Now, to make it special for the winners of the Ramnath Goenka Excellence Journalism Awards 2015, may I please request Anant and all the award winners only to join us on stage with their